Gentlemen, let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. It's 10 o'clock. It's Thursday, January 9th, 2025. And we're here to review the City of Smelterville contract with the Sheriff's Office. So I'll turn it over to you guys.
Do you guys have copies of it? Or
Do not.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
So you can look at it.
I was really surprised. Normally you're on top of this and we get a copy.
Well, I think we emailed it, but it was a few weeks ago. So.
Oh, okay. Then it's,
All right, it was
yeah,
like
yeah,
3 or 4
fault.
weeks ago I emailed it.
then it's my fault.
So this is the new contract that was drafted up between us and Shoshone County and Smelterville. We met with them a few months ago and kind of discussed where we could go with the contract, and so it looks like initially this year, since they didn't really budget for it because they're in their current budget, but it's going to go up about $15,000. It was at $40,000, so it's going to go to $55,000 this year. This is a 2-year contract, and then it'll go up to I believe 70 the year after that.
Can you tell us what is the actual cost to the Sheriff's Department to deliver the services they're asking for? Like, how far behind are we?
So in this contract, it only asks we're only giving 2 hours a day, I believe is what it initially said, right?
That's what it says.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Minimum period of 2 hours of patrol per day. So, and it's just for basic services. We changed the contract a little bit. Before they were paying us, they would pay us a separate wage if we did anything beyond the scope of basic patrol, but that was never getting billed properly or anything. So initially we were going to go to $50,000, so we just went to $55,000 to cover that little bit we might do to help their code enforcement guy, Bergam, a little bit if he needs help with anything.
But 2 hours a day, 365 days a year? Is that
Yeah, that's pretty much what it says in here.
How much does it cost the sheriff to provide a deputy in a car and
What's that per hour charge?
what's that
Per hour? I don't know if we have
We don't have a per hour. I can say last year it probably cost us around $140,000 to police Smelterville.
140?
It would be my rough estimate.
So we're gaining, but we got a ways to go before
got a
we're
ways to go.
actually...
Yeah, we talked to them about it and let them know like we're just doing a 2-year contract and we're gonna try and build it up over time. If you go percentage wise, how much we're going up, we're going a lot. Percentage wise, but it still was so far low between where it was before. And in the past, this contract was dropped and then picked back up, and so it's kind of come and gone a few times. But either way, we spend a lot of time in Smelterville anyway, so with the Maverick there, we're already getting more, a few more calls there. We've made a few arrests there already, and so.
And those are, those aren't chargeable, right? Because those are felonies and things like that you have to respond anyway.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, some of it was just, I think one of them we had that, I think it was fentanyl bust in where the officer was just happened to be at the Maverick and made a traffic stop there right at the Maverick and got that guy that was trafficking. So, but the Maverick's going to bring a whole new variety of criminals stopping into the area. So
they've created a collection point for you to just
Yeah,
go and pick
yeah.
them up. So
yeah, now they went from the Walmart parking lot to the Maverick parking lot. So
it's well lit.
yeah. But it's technically within the Smelterville city limits, so we brought that up to the mayor. Having this here, the more business you bring in, the more it's going to demand from us. So this contract has to continually probably go up over the next several years. So
Well, until we get to 140,000, it does.
yeah,
I mean, that's the reality of it. Is the county taxpayers are supplementing the city taxpayers, which is it's great that we're trying to help Smelterville out. It's just the sheriff's department. I mean, we don't need these non-break-even situations any longer than we can. So I really appreciate the efforts to grow the contract.
yeah,
Appreciate that.
yeah. I mean, and then there's we tell them we're going to provide them 2 hours a day, but we may have a call where there's 3 officers there for 8 hours, and we've given them 2 weeks worth of deputy time in one call. You know, so it's it's tough to recoup any of that.
So what do you have to, as sheriff's department, what calls do you have to go on in these cities that, say that don't have your service, like Mullen or
Just a matter of life and death, essentially, or high risk to life. So, like drug and stuff would not be something we have to report to or anything
so it's
like
not,
that.
it doesn't say in the code like misdemeanor or felony?
I'll check that. You probably know exact wording of it more than me.
Yeah,
But,
it could be a misdemeanor level. We'd still have to respond. Like if someone's punching someone,
Right.
might still be a misdemeanor level, but
you have to respond.
we have to
that.
respond. Yeah,
Okay. As a required by the Idaho code, that you have to. Okay.
and like kind of what he was saying, we had a big suicidal case over there, to which that took in one afternoon, probably their entire allotted amount for over the month, just because the amount of people that showed up.
Well, so we're going from 40 to 55, and then we're going to 70.
mm-hmm.
And they understand that, I mean, in reality, we're going to have to keep going until we get to where we're covering costs. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the sheriff's department's just not that flush.
Yep.
So,
It'd be interesting to get an hourly charge. It can be done.
Yeah. No, we'll try and figure something up that's so rough. Like it's all going to depend on the deputy and how much they're making on it, but it
Just
can
to
get close to
round
an
it up.
average.
come up with an average.
Yeah.
With maintenance and car and fuel and all that other depreciation and
Okay.
it's kind of how that goes, with we can charge for cost of service, for cost. And, I was talking to Hooten County and they're with their boat launches, and that's what, the fees are basically are to maintain the boat launch. So, they have to come out with all the figures to be able to charge it. So,
And they raised them last year. So, speaking for the boat owners. All right.
Yeah. So other than last year's contract, there's only really 2 changes. That's the price and then a little verbiage about how we'll help with code enforcement stuff if needed.
Okay. What do you think, Commissioner?
yeah, and you had legal review that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me.
Entertain a motion.
I'll motion to approve the contract between the city of Smelterville and the sheriff's department. Do we have a date?
Once it's all signed, then it'll the date they still need to sign it.
Okay.
So
Okay. It's a 2-year contract. I'll second that.
Okay.
Okay. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. So you've got our approval on that. And is this one that you want signed?
sure. Yep.
Okay. If you want to sign that. And I'll,
Once they sign it, it should be on the
Yeah, immediately?
Yeah.
so we'll go to public comment or question.
I think before, when one of the times they dissolved the contract with you guys, they talked about starting their own police force, but then the costs of starting it up, $100,000 to
More than that.
train, outfit a car, and it's probably more than that now, right?
Oh yeah.
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 That's $400,000.
Are you going to need a copy?
Yeah, to get a police force started, you figure you have to pay for, you're going to have to get radios, all kinds of stuff for your records management. You know, you're gonna either have to try and contract with us to do records management, and then get the programs and all the equipment you need. I don't know, it's a lot, yeah, to start out.
Just one car anymore with equipment and everything.
About 90,000.
Yeah, did you see his thing about the price of the radio was, it was actually only 5,000, not 17 to get a radio. That's why I looked at him all weird when he said it. And
vehicle one.
yeah,
That's
he was
six.
he looked at
Little
the
less
wrong
than
thing
six.
when he came over here. So
Okay.
we sent the updated to Colleen and email to.
Well, we like it when they go that
Right.
direction.
Goes down.
Yeah, so
Quotas high, surprises.
yeah, I'm sure if you look at the video when he said 17, I'm looking at him 17.
It's a
It
lot.
doesn't surprise me anymore.
I know. I'm like, man, it went up a
The
lot.
ambulance department, the ambulance service came in and they were asking for the, they got a new ambulance, and then just to get the bed, the gurney, and whatever latches it in, I thought he said $6,000. It was $60,000.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just, I
Liability.
could
In the
not
wrong line of
believe
work.
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Josh, did you have anything further?
No, so.
Mr. Beener?
So we, you guys don't do mileage in Smelterville, you don't keep track of that for depreciation and cost. When you're doing the 2-hour patrols.
There's our front office staff is massively overworked as it is. I don't think we have any way of truly.
We don't track the mileage. We haven't been.
Is there a prosecutor's, number in that contract like the city of Wallace?
No.
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 So you raised it up $15,000, but they also added on code enforcement.
Yeah, we're not doing code enforcement. We had it in there before. It was just worded differently to where they would pay a separate fee for it, and because initially we agreed to 50,000 was what the first number, because they're in the middle of their budget and going up that high of a percentage was tough for them. But then we negotiated to get rid of that and just add 5,000 more to the contract now, instead of doing that a new separate fee we were trying to charge, because first off, it wasn't ever getting billed out.
So we weren't getting it.
Yeah, so we weren't even getting it until we found out later on, and it was something we didn't realize was in the contract. And then so we just kind of agreed to help them if they have an issue. Like, we only did it one time last year, I think, and it was something where somebody with a blight issue, they had their code enforcement guy, and they warned them many times, and we said we'd go send an officer down there with him and talk to him, and then have him take care of it and move his trailer. He was living in his trailer, I think is what it was.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
John?
This is the code enforcement guy that Piners is with Piners, right? They don't have their own. They split one with Piners.
Oh, they might, yeah.
That's
His name is
understanding.
Bergam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not done.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna make this statement. Every contract we got with the cities, the schools, we lose money on. According to what we did at the budget you're hearing, we gave out $600,000 roughly into the sheriff's office. I don't think we can afford this. Yeah, it's great to be able to help the cities out, but we gotta break even.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come July, the people that lose their houses that are out here in August at the tax deed auction, I don't think cares that we're doing a favor to the cities when they're losing their home and live in the county. That's my statement.
Okay. Understood. All right. Well, I do want to reiterate the need to keep pushing the price up until we're covering costs, but I do want to also thank you for I mean, they have the same restrictions we do on raising taxes, so you can only do so much in a year. So we are going the right direction. And I appreciate your efforts to do that. I don't know who did all the negotiating back and forth. Was that your?
We both kind of did it.
Good. Well, thank you. Appreciate the progress towards that goal. So, Anything further from you,
No?
Commissioner? Anything further, gentlemen?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, then we are adjourned.